Hello, my name is Maya. Do you ever wake up in the morning and before your feet even touch the floor, you already feel heavy? You look at the day ahead, at your to-do list, and instead of feeling ready, you feel a deep, overwhelming urge to just crawl back under the covers? Maybe you tell yourself you are just lazy. You look at other people who seem so busy and productive, and you feel a knot of guilt in your stomach because you think you should be doing more. You think you should be better. If that sounds like you, please listen closely today. I want you to take a deep breath and let those shoulders drop, because I am here to tell you something very important. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are emotionally drained. And there is a very big difference. We understand physical tiredness very well. If you run a marathon today, you expect to be exhausted tomorrow. You wouldn't call yourself lazy for needing to rest your muscles. But emotional work is invisible. No one sees the heavy weights you carry in your mind all day. Emotional draining happens slowly. It's like a phone app running in the background that you forgot to close, slowly draining your battery until suddenly, it's empty. Think about what your mind does every day. Worrying about the future is work. Replaying past mistakes in your head is work. Trying to keep everyone around you happy, constantly reading the room to make sure you don't upset anyone, that is exhausting work. Holding back your true feelings, swallowing your tears, putting on a brave face when you feel crumbling inside. This consumes massive amounts of energy. You might be carrying disappointment from things that didn't work out. You might be carrying the stress of financial worry or the heavy burden of caring for others. Your brain does not distinguish between running 10 miles and worrying for 10 hours. Both burn energy. If you feel tired all the time, it's not because you aren't doing enough. It's likely because you have been feeling too much for too long, without a break. How do you know the difference between plain laziness and deep emotional exhaustion? Emotional drainage changes who you are. Here are some signs that your soul is asking for rest. First, you have zero motivation. It's not that you don't want to do things. You might desperately want to clean your room or finish that project, but there is a gap between wanting to do it and actually moving your body to do it. Your fuel tank is completely dry. Second, you might find yourself overthinking everything, yet unable to make simple decisions. Your mind feels like a browser with 100 tabs open and everything is frozen. Third, you crave being alone. Socializing, even with people you love, feels like another job you have to perform. You just want silence. You want the world to stop asking things of you for just 1 hour. Another sign is feeling numb. Sometimes you are so tired of feeling sad or stressed that your brain just shuts down the emotions entirely. You don't feel happy, but you don't feel sad either. You just feel flat, empty. And finally, small tasks feel like climbing mountains, answering an email, washing a few dishes, taking a shower. These things shouldn't be hard, but right now, they feel impossible. If you feel this way, please don't judge yourself. It's a symptom, not a character flaw. The world we live in can be very harsh. Society loves the word lazy. It's an easy label to stick on someone when we don't understand their internal struggle. We live in a culture obsessed with hustle. We praise people who work until they drop. We scroll through social media and see everyone else's highlight reels, their promotions, their perfect homes, their energy. We compare our messy, tired reality to their curated online perfection. And the conclusion we draw is, I am not enough. I am lazy. Society judges output. It judges what you produce. It rarely stops to ask what you are carrying. People around you might say, just snap out of it, or you just need better time management. They don't mean harm, but they don't understand that you cannot manage time if you have no energy to manage. Please try to lower the volume on the outside world's judgment. They only see the outside. Only you know how heavy it feels on the inside. When you feel this way, the most common mistake is to try and force yourself to do more. You buy a new planner, you set an early alarm, you try to bully yourself into being productive. Listen to me. You do not need more discipline right now. You do not need more motivation. If a car has no gas, yelling at it won't make it drive. You need fuel. What you really need is compassion. You need safety. And above all, you need deep rest. Not just sleeping, though sleep is important. I mean the kind of rest where you give yourself permission to not be on. You need emotional space where nothing is required of you. You need to stop trying to fix everything for everyone else. You need to realize that no is a complete sentence and it is necessary for your survival. Your energy is precious. Right now, you are bleeding energy everywhere. You need to stop the bleeding before you can even think about running again. So, how do we begin to heal? We do not do it with grand gestures. We do it very, very slowly. Here are a few gentle ways to start refilling your tank. Number 1. Practice rest without guilt. This is the hardest one. If you need to lie on the couch for an hour and stare at the ceiling, do it. But do not spend that hour beating yourself up for doing it. Consciously tell yourself, this is my medicine right now. Number 2. Limit draining people. You know who they are. The people who always take and never give. It is okay to step back from them for a while. You don't have to explain yourself. Protect your peace. Number 3. Change how you speak to yourself. If you wouldn't say it to a 5-year-old child who is crying because they are tired, don't say it to yourself. Be the kind parent to your own tired self. Say, it's okay, sweetheart. We are tired today. Let's just do the minimum. Number 4. Small routines. Don't try to overhaul your life. Just focus on tiny anchors. Brush your teeth, drink a glass of water, open a window for fresh air. Small wins matter when you are rebuilding. And finally, just breathe. Sometimes the only goal for the day is to simply exist and breathe, and that is enough. I want to speak directly to your heart for a moment. Please hear this. You are not behind in life. Life is not a race. It is a journey with many different seasons. This right here, this is a winter season for you. It feels cold and dormant, but winter is necessary for things to grow again in the spring. You are worth more than what you can produce today. Your value as a human being does not go down just because your energy is low. You are valuable simply because you exist. You have carried so much for so long. You have been strong for too long. It is okay to put the bags down now. You are safe here. This feeling will not last forever. I promise you that. It feels permanent right now because when you are in the dark tunnel, you cannot see the end, but keep walking slowly. The spark inside you isn't gone, it's just buried under layers of exhaustion. As you rest, as you treat yourself with kindness, that spark will start to flicker again. You will find your strength again. It won't happen overnight, it will happen in quiet moments. A day when you laugh a little easier, a morning when getting out of bed feels 10% lighter. Trust the process of slow healing. Be patient with yourself. You are recovering from an invisible marathon. You will feel strong again. Believe that. Thank you for letting me spend this time with you. I hope you feel a little less alone now. If this message touched you, please like this video so it can reach other tired souls who need to hear it. And please share your story in the comments below. Let's create a space here where we don't have to pretend to be perfect. Take care of yourself today. You deserve kindness. Goodbye for now.